they tapped for almost 3-4 months. People that did, you heard of tap swap, right? Till
Yeah.
today, they've not launched. They've been tapping for 7 months. Banks provided crypto services for us. Gone to the restaurant, I had eaten. I asked one of the receptionists to go and get me something from the other shop.
Yeah, that they had paid with their own money.
After I settled everything once, I gave them my card and it bounced 4 different times. I was like, maybe it's network. I give them my other card, it bounced. I was having money in the bank account, and a few hours later, I was begging for money.
How did you feel that period?
I felt miserable, right? I felt empty.
If somebody that is listening now wants to get into crypto, what are the things you advise them to start doing?
In fact, if you really want to make it,
you would only hear of him as Funzi. A skilled web developer and blockchain innovator, Funzi has not only launched and managed multiple successful Web3 projects, but also made a mark as a savvy trader. His deep understanding of decentralized technology, combined with sharp business instincts, has earned him ambassador roles with top crypto exchanges. Whether he's building, trading, or representing major blockchain brands, he's always turning ideas into impact.
If you know you won't be using this amount of money for X amount of years, right? Start stacking up. Yes, stack up and stack up and stack up and stack up. So it's an opportunity for you to short the market. You make bastard money off that.
What do you do? Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Funzi. I'm a front-end developer. I'm a trader. I'm a blockchain enthusiast. I'm also a businessman. Yeah.
What is a front-end developer?
Front-end developers are charged with the responsibilities of creating UIs of website interface. So after the product designer is done with drawing the mock-ups, so the front-end developer puts it into like a website form. Yes.
So let's break it down small.
Okay.
You get, once the UI UX designer is done with,
okay, let me break it down.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, the product designer draws the website form, the pattern.
Who is a product designer?
The product designer is the person that designs the website interface.
How it looks.
Yes, how it looks to be seen, right?
Yeah.
So the front-end developer now is the person that implements it to be interactive.
Okay, that makes these buttons that this guy is designing to be useful.
And all of that. So let's say the product designer draws it. Let's say let's use the word on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Right. So you as a front-end developer is charged with the responsibility of encoding it, writing the script for it, so that it is being responsive and interactive on the website.
Okay.
So when you go to www.this.com, then you're able to access the platform. Okay. So most websites are actually just front-end designs.
So another way to put it is like somebody else will do the design of a website or app, or is it both website and app?
Website, app,
an app. Okay. And then you are the person that will now make, like for example, if I design that this button now is for account balance, it's you that will design it so that if you press that button, account balance will show. It is your coding that makes that happen.
Of the website.
Okay. And then blockchain enthusiast.
Yes.
Why is it enthusiast? Why is it not something
like
else?
I'm interested. I'm keen on what blockchain has to offer. Since 2011, when the whole thing started with Satoshi, down to this very moment, he offers this freedom, financial freedom, right? And every day we keep seeing new opportunities and how the blockchain works. Like I can guarantee you that we've not even used 10% of blockchain use cases yet.
That's interesting.
So it simply means that in the next 100 years, I don't think we'll be able to like attain 70% of the use cases of what blockchain has to offer. So we're just scratching the surface.
What are some of the use cases of blockchain that the layman is not seeing?
Well, instead of speaking too much grammar, let me just explain, right? So blockchain offers decentralization. Sorry to say this, but you know your normal banks has control of your account.
Yes.
So the bank can wake up one day and freeze 100% of your savings.
Yes.
But on the blockchain, it is decentralized. You yourself have total custody of your account.
And absolutely nobody else.
Nobody has. For the decentralized, I'm using that word decentralized account, you have full custody. So they're saying that even if you tend to misbehave or you mess up with your account, you won't even access it again and it's gone forever. Like you were saying something about you not being able to access one of your NFT account and it's gone. So imagine you creating an account with your own phone and it has locked you out of your account and you cannot access it again. Never ever be able to access it. So if you have 1 million there, it's gone.
So it's like that's the advantage and disadvantage of it.
Yes. So if you're very careful about your account, then you have full total custody of your account and no one can freeze it. So you can spend whatever amount you want to spend. It doesn't have any limit. Like how bank will tell you that your daily transfer limit is 5M. You could do 1 billion in a day, in a second, less fees, right?
With the amount, less fees.
Regardless of the amount, you could use $1 fee to send 1 billion naira.
Oh, I get it.
And I believe recently they imposed the 15 naira tax on 10K transaction, right? So imagine you send 1 billion naira on the blockchain and you're spending just $1 or 0.5. If you're using BSC blockchain, you're spending $0.2. That's, let's say, 500 naira.
So if the blockchain and crypto as it is now is everything that you say it is like this, so why is it that more people are not moving their money and saving their money and using it that way?
All right. I also forgot to mention one of the important use cases too. Blockchain offers transparency. Like it's totally transparent. So you could see everything has been done on the blockchain. So let's say this federal government is the finances and everything, the CBN and all of that, the allocation has been directed to the states or local government or whatever has been on the blockchain. I think it's going to like make each heads or whoever is handling that account to be transparent. Even if you want to steal, you cannot steal because you can easily see that the government transferred $1 million to this thing. So how did you spend the money? So it's transparent. So you can see everything you spend down to the $1.
And everybody can see. Everybody can see it.
Yes, it's a public wallet. So everybody can see it, but it's only the authorizer of that account that can spend the money, right? So it's transparent. Everybody can see it. So it makes every handler or whatever amount responsible. Right. You can hold everybody accountable too. So your fast transparency too. Right. So that's one of the second use cases too. Sorry, you asked a different question.
Yeah. I was saying, why is it that people are not, if it's transparent and it's safe and it's secure for you and it's only you that has access to it, no plenty extra charges and fees, like the way the banks will take, no third party. Why is it that more people are not why are we not using it as our main?
All right, like I said earlier, I think it's just 10% of the use of the advantages or the use cases of blockchain we've tapped. So we still have 90 untapped yet. This whole blockchain of it inside 2011. Sorry, is it 2.8 between 2.8?
How did you get into it?
I got into it. Shout out to Bitcoin Chief. Guy is Chibueze. I've been following him on Instagram. So when he started, I think he was working as a cleaner. Meanwhile, Bitcoin was few dollars back then, so he was able to accumulate more.
Cheap,
So I was seeing the financial liberty and the freedom he had back then, and he called a certain coin Ripple. My first ever investment is Ripple. I still have the account, so all my accounts are still there in case I have to prove whatever I do right. So I still have. I bought Ripple with I think 6,000, right? So I now took the Ripple. I also did this ETH million money something. Right?
Those like kind of
Ponzi. I never knew it was
you did for sales. I did for sales too.
So I did million money, right? So that was how I was able to get little Ethereum. Then Bitcoin Chief now introduced his own token called that coin, right? So I got into the pre-sale with 20K. I remember I took 10K from the birthday gift my brother sent to me. So I got into that coin, and that was how the whole thing started. That coin, like the amount of money I made off that coin, starting from any trader that's Abit Network to Niger Crypto to Boundless, BitFXT down to Bidex. I was a 2-time ambassador for BitFXT. So we've done some campaigns and whatever we had to do back then in Makurdi. Right, so I'm still an ambassador for Boundless Pay. You get so that was how I got started before regulations cracked in. Back then in 2021, you see that banks they said they had banned crypto and all of that. I was also affected because my bank accounts were frozen.
How did that happen? How, from the freedom era when you're doing all of this with freedom without any regulation, How did you hear about the regulation? And then how did they start affecting your own account?
I can remember vividly. That was in 2021 February after my exams back then in school. So I came back and I saw this news that I think it was Buhari that was in government, right? So he banned this. The main reason why they banned it was the fact that people started getting aware of the opportunities in blockchain, and most people were converting their money to blockchain. So it was leading to a crash, right? Market crash. FX, let me use that word, FX rate. So it led to that crash. Even last year too, we saw when Naira went to 1.8, right?
Yeah, so it was killing the Naira.
Yes, it was killing it. People were transaction.
That
whole this thing.
So nobody was using Naira again. Everybody the whole
right. So that was when they clamped down. I think it was our former CBN governor, the one that is Emefiele, right? So he now him with Buhari and all of that there. From the news, they say they banned. So people that dealt with crypto back then, because back then it was very much easier for us, right? Banks provided crypto services for us. The likes of Quidax, Niger Crypto, BitFXT. You could sell your BTC and BitFXT pays you immediately. So you don't need that vendor. Do you understand? So banks were able to give you can sell your crypto asset and they're able to like credit you. So they banned all of that. So you that participated or used those exchanges, you had your account frozen. So I had friends that
from the past.
Yes. Not even recent, from the past. Even if you have done 3 years, 4 years.
So if there was a history, if you have a history of that thing.
It was a history. You know, most times when you transfer money, people will use that narration as BTC, ETH, crypto as reference, as that description. So any description that has anything related to FX, crypto transaction, your account frozen. I had friends that had 70 million, 40 million, and millions in their account were gone. I still have one person that is still fighting the case today. The bank account is not open yet.
Did anybody manage to open their own?
I was lucky to get my own money back, but my account was frozen. So I remember I was in school back then. I wanted to withdraw money. I had even gotten it. Like, you see this financial confidence and crypto gives to you, right? So I had gone to the restaurant. I had eaten. I had even asked one of the receptionists to go and get me something from the other shop.
Yeah, that they had paid with their own money.
After I settled everything once, I gave them my card and it bounced 4 different times. I was like, maybe it's network. I give them my other card, it bounced. When I now checked my accounts, all of them, DND.
That was what was written on it?
Yes.
What does the DND even mean?
Sorry, not DND, sorry. Post no debit, PND.
Okay, PND.
So,
okay.
It was not, like, I couldn't withdraw. And funny enough, it was on a Friday.
Of course.
So it was on a Friday, and it was during that exam period. So most people were not having enough cash. I remember I was having money in my bank account, and a few hours later, I was begging for money.
How did you feel that period?
I felt miserable, right? I felt empty. So you can imagine what some policies and regulations in the country can humble you to. It could cripple you. Do you understand? So this moment you're rich, and the next moment you don't have. I was begging, and but during that exam period, during exam period, you went to United, right? So during that exam period, people were not having any money. I remember I checked from SRS down to First Bank on the bridge. I remember that period. I checked.
That is not First Bank in North Bank.
First Bank. Yeah.
That is you cross the bridge on foot.
I checked. I remember. I checked. So I checked. I went to the bank.
What did they tell you? What did they tell you?
My account has been frozen. And I pleaded with the woman that, please, I beg. I'm a student. You can't do this to me. So the woman had no choice now to issue me a teller. Okay. She gave me a check to cash out my money.
Oh.
You understand? She gave me a check to cash out my money. So that was how I was. But some of my friends till today.
The check was to empty your account.
To empty my account.
And take cash.
And no, not even take the cash. I had to open another bank account. Okay. And in that same First Bank and cash the money there. With the hope and promise that I was not going to do anything
again. Yeah. What about the second account?
The second account, that one's gone to the same. It's still First Bank, but I didn't bother.
Okay.
Because I just had like 2K or 3K there.
Your case is actually unique because you pleaded and they were able to sort it out for you.
Yes.
People who are thinking that that maybe they'll go
the legal way.
Some
even go to the bank.
Oh, because they thought they've done something wrong.
They've done something wrong, or maybe from there, EFCC might now pick them.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But I had nothing to hide. Do you understand? So I went. So I was even ignorant of whatever was happening. I was even confident.
Oh yeah, you didn't know, Abi?
I really didn't know that it was whole crypto stuff.
Okay, you heard of the news?
I heard of the news, but I never knew it was going to affect my account.
Like that.
Because I had stopped Binance. I had stopped vendor work. I also did vendor work like Binance selling. Seeing the whole risk involved, I never wanted to continue. Right, so I left it for a few other persons. So I never knew what really. I just felt like maybe it's something. Maybe I've you know that when there's a way you transfer to your account and maybe you've exhausted the limit or something. Maybe they'll tell you to go and upgrade your account. Maybe you're using a student account or so. So I was thinking that maybe it's to go and upgrade or something. So that was it. So since that day, I knew that bank can actually do whatever they want to do with your account. But these are the use cases of blockchain, crypto, blockchain technology. You have full custody of your account. Somebody can be sitting with you here and has $10 million in crypto. And he's wearing a normal t-shirt and shorts.
So it is now. It's not about bank account again.
It doesn't show in the face. Do you understand? So that is it.
Let's talk about airdrops. You know, the idea of airdrops, I've never participated in a few.
Okay.
But I've never made any serious money off of airdrops. But you have. And a bunch of people too have. How do you make money off of airdrops? What do you have to know? What do you have to do?
All right, airdrops are just free tax in order to boost the publicity of a product.
Okay. Do you understand? A product in this case is a
blockchain product.
Coin,
yes, a product. I will use that word, a product, not a coin, because any airdrop you do has use cases, right? Okay. They have tasks that you need to accomplish. So it maybe sometimes it's used to promote that product, promote the use case of that product.
Okay.
Do you understand? Publicize that product.
Yeah.
So let's use the one that people cashed out from. A lot of people, not coin, right? That's what tap meta. It was a fresh meta that like started with not coin. People made money from it. So imagine tapping. They'll tell you today's tax is going to go and like a Twitter post. So imagine 10 million persons like a Twitter post. It's going to be one of the most liked posts on Twitter. Yeah. So it's going to be at let me use that word, hot searches. Right, if you go on Twitter now, you see hot, like trending, exactly. So it's the people who want to know what's all about.
Yeah.
So it gives the project visibility. I know with this Elon Musk stuff, 15 million likes in a month, get paid, right?
Yeah.
So let me not even go to that. Let me even use YouTube too, because some of the not coin tax too, we have to direct you to YouTube. You know how much Mr. Beast makes off YouTube? He's the highest YouTuber.
Yeah.
Even higher than Ronaldo. He makes much.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So they take you to YouTube every day. I'm sure you perform YouTube tax too. So they are building their platform, they're building their user base and all of that, in hope that they would give you an airdrop. You understand? YouTube will be doing it with the hope that you get an airdrop. 90% of the time is all shard, no scam. I'm using that word for that because they will give you the airdrop by what $2.
Okay.
Because during not coin paid people a lot of money.
But do they promise you something?
It's not assured. So you're doing it with the hope you get.
Okay. So they just launch
a product, publicize it.
You know, they said at the end of the day it might just be $2. So before they start the airdrop, do they tell you, okay, do this task, and then at the end of the day we'll give you this?
They will tell you do this tax. And they'll tell you that this tax might qualify you for future incentives.
Okay.
So they're not telling you 100%. You know, everything you say, if you have a product, right? If you have a product, you know, there are serious regulations and sanctions in the UK, in the US, Canada, all of that, even in China, all of that. So if you go and like publicly come to the public and say, do this airdrop, I'll give you $10, and you don't give them the $10, they're going to prison.
Yeah.
Do you understand? They're going to prison. See the likes of FTX owner. He's still there. His family is pleading for pardon from Trump after stealing people's money. Or squandering. Let me use that word, squandering.
Yeah,
because he was sponsoring shows up and down, sponsoring lots of things.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So this tell you that this might qualify you, or your points will qualify you for future incentives. So you'll be doing it with the hope, and that is why. So for you to qualify for airdrop, you need to join a community. You can't do it alone. So you need to join a community, a serious community.
On where exactly? Discord, Telegram,
WhatsApp. Mostly it's on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Or Telegram. But then that WhatsApp is what we Nigerians used to communicate. So let me use that word, the updates or the airdrop updates are being posted on WhatsApp. So it comes with instructions. So you take that instruction, maybe if the instruction says go to Telegram, go to Discord, go to this place, go to that place. So you take this, you follow up with the instructions and carry out those tasks. Do you understand? If they say create a wallet, do this, like this post, retweet pin post, and all of that. If you perform those tasks, it grows your points. Maybe down to the duration of when the whole airdrop this thing runs. You understand? Then once the project wants to launch, they'll now tell you that okay, since you that have 10 points, you have $10. You that have 1,000 points, you have $100. So your activities is dependent on the tax or the points you earn. So you cannot expect me to have 10,000 points be collecting the same money to be spending the same money with you. You understand? So you have to work.
It's not there's one particular amount you share.
Yeah, there's no a particular amount.
Based on your contribution.
Yes, it's based on your contribution because you perform those tasks. But sometimes lately, most of the airdrop now are trash. I'm saying it because the crypto community right now is becoming more polluted, full of scams, full of rogues, and all of that. And people are here for quick money.
Yeah.
So the intelligent ones and the ones that have been into the game, the experienced ones know how to take that money off your hands. Do you understand? Yeah. So you need to be very careful about it. Unlike the times we did back then in 2020, the airdrops we were getting were it was not strenuous compared to now. I remember I still have like I told you, I have most of my screenshots and evidences here. Do you understand? I remember an NFT airdrop I had. The name of the NFT is Pills, right? Like a pin post, retweet, tag 5 persons, and you might be qualified in the raffle. So I did it and forgot. 1 week after I was qualified, $2,000. That's what I made.
So in 2020?
2021.
Wow. So it wasn't that hard then.
It's not stressful compared to imagine. Do you know people that did not coin? They tapped for almost 3-4 months. People that did you heard of tap swap, right? Till today they've not launched. They've been tapping for 7 months.
Hey, let me ask you.
Do you know the data you've wasted for that 7 months? If they don't give you an airdrop that's lesser, won't you feel depressed? Won't you feel discouraged?
You know.
You will not want to do it again.
What is the time frame for?
There's no specific time frame.
So it depends on the person that is launching.
Depends. Because I remember I did this over network. So I did over too, and it took them almost a year plus to launch. And when they launched, what was my reward? $20. See, today I don't even care about the money. The money is just there because the stress is going to go another $20 is cumbersome.
Yeah.
So I just left it there. You understand? So back in the days, the rewards I got Pengu. There was this airdrop called Pengu airdrop I think on the 18th of December last year. That was 24 December last year, right? Yeah. Free airdrop. If you've interacted with Solana blockchain since 2020, check your wallets.
Really?
Yes. You don't need to do anything. If you just interacted with Solana blockchain 2020, 2021, and part of 2022, check your wallet. So I had like 9 wallets back then. So check each of the wallets. $150, $150, $150, $150, $120, $110, $100. Check the 9. So most times back then it was much more easier for us compared to now.
No.
You understand? But right now the tax are a whole lot. It's very stressful. So if you want to do it, I really even do airdrop these days. Like I don't even do airdrop again. Any airdrop I get now is as a result of my previous hard work. Those like the Penguin that just came. Do you understand?
So what do you do these days now?
I strictly trade.
Guys, you trade crypto?
I trade crypto.
Okay.
So I've been able to use the previous years to accumulate capital, right? To accumulate capital, then trade. I also do hedge fund for just few of my close friends.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
I also do hedge funds for. I think it was even the day before yesterday. I could even show you this thing. It was the day before yesterday. I had to pay one of the let me use that word, the investor.
Yeah, the investor.
I've been trading for her for a year.
Okay.
Right. I paid 2 persons. Both of them were even a guy and a lady. Okay. So I paid. So that was how I even started back then. Somebody could fund you. If you even follow up with Happy FX even said that he was being funded with, I think, is it by a Canadian woman or with, I think, is it 10K or 15K dollars before he was able to grow that money. And do you get?
Yeah.
So I've been able to grow capital to the extent that I might enter a trade and my profit can be able to carry, my single profit can carry me a week or two.
So if I know you run a hedge fund and you're saying it's limited now, but
yes.
If somebody wanted to get into your limited hedge fund, how much do they have to have?
If somebody wants to get, I don't do a public hedge fund. I just do it for a few persons I really want to just help.
Okay.
Because running a hedge fund involves some professional documentation, right? And I don't have those legal documents to be able to do it, because me coming to public to say I'm running a hedge fund and collecting people's money, I can be arrested.
So this is
police, EFCC, that I'm doing something illegal because I have not passed through. I don't have any document. I have not passed through the necessary process to do a hedge funds. Unlike the likes of Chris Annie and most people that do hedge funds. You understand? So it's just for just people I know that are willing to take the risk, just like me.
Fair enough. So regarding the programming and coding, how much of, if you're going to divide your professional life now into percentages, how many percent do you think the blockchain takes, and how many percent do you think programming and front-end development
funny
takes?
enough, I really do Web2 projects.
Okay. What is Web2 project?
Web2 are just normal. Any website that is not on the blockchain is a Web2 project.
Okay.
So they call it Web2. Then any project you do on the blockchain is referred to as Web3.
Okay.
Web 3.0, right? It is strictly Web3 projects. Most those projects are called DApps. They run on the blockchain, decentralized applications.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So maybe we have. Let me use the example of Web1. Web1. If you want to, let's say you want to log in a school platform, Web1, you put in your username and password.
Yeah.
Right. That is Web1.
Like your school portal, for example.
School portal. Web2, you want to log into a platform, you log in straight with your Gmail or your Facebook account or your Twitter account.
Okay.
You see that thing that tell you log in with Facebook, you log in with Google.
Yes.
That's Web2. So you know that when you're trying to create an account and you're trying to create that account with Google, you are not putting your password. Hope you know.
Yes.
It has been encrypted with that Gmail.
Yeah.
So that word encryption and decryption, it's been encrypted with that Gmail. So the Gmail creates, or that platform creates, a random ID or UID for that Gmail. So whenever that Gmail tries to access that platform and it's already logged in that system, it goes, searches the database, picks out the password, and logs you in.
So there's a different type of programming that has to happen for you to be able to have that kind of website.
Yes. It's not really difficult because Google has provided that SDK for it, software development kit.
Okay.
Right? So you only just one. It's not even difficult. Pack the code, just copy and paste.
Okay.
Integrate it into your platform.
I'm not a programmer, but that sounds very interesting.
Just do copy and paste, Control-C.
And that's the difference between Web 1 and Web 2.
Yes. Okay. I'm just summarizing the difference.
Yes, but
then Web 3 is simply based on Connect Wallet. There's nothing like putting Gmail and password.
That is where I have a problem with my Magic Eden now. I cannot connect wallet
because your wallet is not logged in.
Yeah, it's not logged in.
That's why you cannot
log in. I need those keys.
So you need to connect your wallet. It is anonymous. So that wallet is not attached to.
So is it? Sorry to cut you. Web3 is anonymous. Is that what it means?
It is no. It's not that. It is not strictly anonymous. I'm not using that word. If you want to make your product or your DApp anonymous, you could strictly use the Connect wallet.
Okay.
But if you want to make it complicated or combine Web 2 and Web 3 to it, right? You could still do that Connect wallet stuff. Then once the wallet is connected, you can now ask the user to create a profile.
Okay, I get it. Like KYC.
Yes, KYC. Right. So once you create the profile, but for you to be able to access that account, you still need to use that Connect wallet to be able to access the account.
Yeah, that profile. So it's Web3, but it's not completely anonymous.
Yes. It depends if you want to make it this thing.
Okay.
But the user's details and data is being stored to the database that only the project owner sees that, okay, this person's name is John and his date of birth is this. and this is this.
How do you hide that kind of data from anybody else? Or is it
it's
that
simple? You don't make it public. That's all. It's been encrypted.
As long as you don't make it public, no one else can see it.
See, in the course of developing a website, I the one of the websites does not even have access to your password. I can't log into your account. It depends if you write.
If you make it, unless you make it possible.
Yes.
Are there laws against that? I don't know.
People sell your data. I hope you know.
Yeah, that's for advertising.
They sell your details. That is why when people want to do when people want to start crypto, I tell them create a separate Gmail account. Do you understand? Create a separate Gmail account, different from your. If you check my crypto Gmail account, there are a lot of spams there. Every day I go and delete it because maybe law enforcement holds me now and see my spam. They will think I'm doing something different. But they will spam the hell out of you. They will tell you that you have 90 BTC to be claimed. Click this link. If you click that link, they fished your phone. Do you understand? So that simply means those agents have been applying for since 2020. They sell my data. They sell my details. They sell my mails. They sell our mails to those people.
Yeah.
And if you don't take time, they sell your password too. Sometimes you will check your account. You say that unauthorized access into your Gmail. Are you the one? Cancel. It happens several times to me. Because I can program a website and do not make the password encrypted. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Then some people will create it. That's why most times once you create a Web3 platform, they will ask you to go and do audit. Auditing firms, auditing companies are professionals that are charged with, they call them software testers. They are charged with the responsibility of making sure that this website is 100% secure. Right? Especially any website that has to do with money. They make sure the website is secure because you don't know what is behind.
They call them what again?
Software testers or auditing firms.
Okay.
In case, in terms of hacking and making sure the website is secure. And
so they are the regulatory body for that.
It's not that they're regulators. They are the one that checks the website. Then submit the details and give back to the owner. Then the owner will now publicize it on his platform. So people will be able to see it. I cannot invest $10,000 into your project that has to do with me logging in and all of that when I have not seen your audit report. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So most times these guys do not encrypt this password. They make it raw in the database. So most times they just take your Gmail and your password and start trying it into several. They go and start looking for a random website with password and just try. Maybe they go and log in Binance.com or they go and log in this and check all the password. That's why it's good that you have just have different password that is different from, so that they will tell you somebody said that his email is hacked, his Twitter is hacked. When you use Gmail and the same Gmail and the same password for this airdrop, use it to do Twitter. So it happens most times.
So you see this. See Bybit, for example, or Binance and all the rest. What kind of website will you classify those? What kind of business now will you classify that one as?
It's a company, and it's more like a centralized exchange.
Okay.
So like when I was explaining that full control of your wallet, I use that word decentralized wallet. Decentralized wallet, you have full custody of your wallet. But a centralized wallet like Binance, Bybit, Coinbase, Mexi, and all of that, they're not totally decentralized. They can freeze your accounts. Your crypto assets can be there and they can still freeze it.
Because in Bybit,
they're trying to make it safe for you in terms of situations where, like you said, now you forgot your Magic Eden details. Do you understand? Now it is because your wallet is a decentralized wallet, so but Binance can help you. You don't know, maybe you have $1 million in your Binance account and you want to access the account and you don't know your password. Binance can help you. You do your forgot password and all of that.
So they provide the option of centralization.
Yes.
And what they are selling is really safety.
Yes.
So that the
safety and security.
Yeah.
And they help you from hacks.
But Bybit recently, and I wouldn't have said this on this podcast if there wasn't evidence of it, even directly. So in Bybit, I don't know if you've heard, but they do scam people on Bybit.
Yes.
And the direct one I have is where somebody was supposed to buy crypto. And the pattern, you might know the pattern, but I'll say the pattern. You send the money.
Yeah.
and then they will cancel the trade, they will cancel the transaction, and Bybit will accept that cancellation. So
it's not strictly on crypto. It happens. I was using my OP to send you money and go to the OP's office and tell you that I was pointed the gun. I was on 1 point when you send the money and they reverse it.
Okay, but in a case where there is Bybit and it's supposed to be there as the intermediary where we are doing P2P, and then I send the money and I send the screenshot, and then the other person cancels the chat and cancels the transaction, and Bybit allows them to cancel the transaction without sending the money or sending the coin. Does that not implicate the company? Does that not implicate? Because how do they allow that kind of thing to happen?
It doesn't implicate the company because number one, you know the risks. There's always a disclaimer.
Okay.
So first, you've read the disclaimer and you now went ahead. Number two, Bybit there's always a hashtag that is there. Verified. There's a hashtag on every vendor there. If you're a vendor that you've done 100,000 transactions on P2P, you will see verified there. Do you understand? Or you see, is it available or unavailable or something? But Binance, I know that you see verified. People that have a good amount of transactions. Now, it's especially you trade with verified people. That was one. Then number two, Bybit is not a Nigerian company. They don't have access to your bank account. So if somebody sends you 50K, how do you expect Bybit to know? So let's say you want to sell a crypto worth 50K, right? The person sends you the 50K, or you send the person the 50K. The person sees it, right? Once the person sees it, he will refuse to. Maybe the person will not refuse to accept that he has seen the 50K. He will now create a dispute. I did not see 50K. That is because he doesn't want to release his own crypto. Yeah. Do you understand? It will now cause issue. Now Bybit will now ask you to provide evidence. Not ask that guy to provide evidence. Do you understand? It's when the things start lingering, then maybe the guy might just. Sometimes if you are too quick to give up, the guy eats your money.
Too quick to give up. Okay, maybe that's the case. This one, I gave somebody my money to buy for me, and then this thing happened to them. So I demanded screenshots to see everything, just to make sure this person is not trying to read me, and I saw all of that and all the complaint and everything. But before that happened, somebody else had complained. I don't know if you know him.
It happens
my guy,
a lot.
But it didn't used to happen in Binance, at least not to my knowledge. Because I feel like they will seize your coin. If you're a trader on P2P and you're selling coin or something, they will like hold your coin, and then when I send the money and you confirm, that's when they will send me the coin.
Yes.
Abi? So why is it that when I send the money, you can go with my money and the coin? How do they manage to go with both the money and the coin at the end of the day? Or they don't go with the coin?
They can go with the coin. They have access to the coin. Do you understand? But most times, like I said earlier, you have to create a dispute. Do you understand? You have to create a dispute. When you want to create a dispute, Bybit will now call for the both parties. Submit your evidence.
Okay.
This person submits his evidence. That's what I'm saying. They said that your guy gave up.
Yeah.
Or he's not being sincere with you. He said that he gave up because there's no way you create a dispute. You've not seen the money. You submit your bank statement. You've not seen the money.
They said the thing has been cancelled. That was what I was trying to open here.
Exactly. They will give you time to resolve that dispute. Maybe the guy must have gone to go and sleep. Then the time frame that they give them to resolve that dispute has elapsed. It's just like court tells you or police tells you or somebody tells you that you have 25 hours to do this, 25 hours pass.
They say appeal, then the appeal completed, then your order is cancelled. Which doesn't make any sense to me, because how will you not cancel the order when money has been sent?
If they sorted the issue, that's what shows appeal this thing.
Well, let me not.
It happens a lot on Bybit, but that's why it's good to trade with reliable people.
Yeah,
right. Good vendors and all of that.
So would you prefer like human vendors all the time?
To be very, very sincere and honest with you, I have not used Bybit in a while. I've not used Bybit in 3 years.
I wouldn't even recommend it to.
I have not used Binance P2P in 3 years.
So what do you use?
I trade with my vendors completely.
So your vendors?
Those are the people I put in place to represent. I told you I did vendor earlier, right? So I stopped.
So those
were the people that took over.
Who are your vendors?
And now they're doing well in respective fields.
Who are your vendors?
It's in Lagos.
No, mention them now.
Right? I did Tokumbo.
Okay.
We normally, that's his name. I don't want to say his nickname because it's very, very popular. So I don't know. I don't know.
He's a business person.
Yes, he's a business person. Yes, we are working on. I was in Lagos and we had some business meetings too. So we are working on something open. You understand?
Okay.
Like I told you earlier, you need to have some legal. Let's see Bilot, for example. He has whatever backing he needs to use. Do you understand? If you are being confronted today, now where are your, do you pay tax? What are your legal? Where is your? Do you understand?
You're calling yourself a guy exchange.
So I feel that is when it gets worse for you.
So with all this knowledge you've dropped, if somebody that is listening now wants to get into crypto, what are the things you advise them to start doing? How do we get in?
First and foremost, the person needs to know that crypto is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Right? It's not a Ponzi. Although there are Ponzis on the space, there are also get-rich-quick opportunities too. Do you understand?
Yeah. But just looking to...
Generally, 90% of the time, it requires... In fact, if you really want to make it, there's just... Okay, let me say something. Now, when people talk about blockchain, right, crypto, it's not necessarily just buying and selling of coins. Do you understand? It's not necessarily about trading. There's several opportunities in the space, right? Yes, you could be a developer and you're being paid for it. That same graphic design that you're doing on Web2, if you come to blockchain and they hire you, there are blockchain companies
that are still looking for regular developers to do
Web3. Most of them will tell you that, okay, we'll groom you, we'll school you into Web3, right?
Yeah.
An average graphic designer might earn 2K doing normal flyers for restaurants and all of that, but you might earn 30K on the blockchain. You understand? Same with developers too. So same with marketers, right? Same with, let me use that word, moderators. Because of course, those people on Discord that manages people, responds to people, tackle situation and all of that, make sure that the community there is safe.
You had this project then when we were talking
about
the NSTP.
I had few projects. Most of them turned out to be unsuccessful, but I have one currently running.
Yeah, and even you were looking for a product designer then.
Yes, then. So imagine I had gotten an experience when I was willing to pay the person at least 200, 300.
So these jobs are available.
They are available.
If you have the skill and you look for it.
You have the skill and you know what it entails. The problem with hirers is this: they don't have that time to teach you.
Yeah, so you have to come done.
You have to come experienced.
Yeah.
I employed you for a job. I can't start telling you how Web3 works. Do you know how to do this? Do you know how Connect Wallet interface is? It takes patience from that employer. We want to open up and explain and teach you. So it's difficult. But there are jobs there. Cryptojobs.com and is it Web3jobs to Web3jobs.com.
So for somebody that doesn't have a skill and is considering saving money and keeping money now in crypto, what wallets, what coins, what wallet, what coins, and what are the things that the person has to consider?
All right. Thank God we're having this podcast right now. So we had the Bitcoin halving last year, May. Was it April or May? Between April and May, right? So we had Bitcoin halving then, and we've been hearing clamors for the bull run. Like always, every day is my bull run. Any money I see today is I've made my own money. If you're waiting for bull run, the market messes with you. There were lots of people that refused to sell their holdings. I was also caught in that trap, but I was lucky that I did have most of my money there. I held coins like Arbitrum and what of that coin? I can't even remember again. Like they are down like 600%. So if you had invested $10,000, your money there might be coming out as $2,000. So you must have been losing 8K. You understand? So we are waiting for the bull run. Now the next
what's a bull run?
Okay, the bull run is more like a circle. Okay. It's more like we have this mental hope that every 4 years market attempt to boost, right? Pump massively. And for the last 4 years, that was in 2021. Okay, we had the bull run in 2020 November, right? So the bull run now started full effect in 2021. 2021, like it really that was a game changer. That year was a game changer. I had money back in 2021 that I have not touched till now. So it was a game changer for me, right? Like you could put $5 and see 1,000 in 1 hour. on the Binance blockchain. Like anybody that's listening to this podcast knows what I'm talking about, right? So we had this Mars run back then. Now people were hoping that kind of run is going to happen every 4 years, right? So we've seen that run, but it's different, at least up to this moment, because we've not seen altcoins. We've not seen like
altcoins is
any coin
other coin that is not Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yes. So we've not seen altcoin do that run they did last time, but we've seen Bitcoin from 30-something K to $107,000.
Yeah.
Right? Now, there is just few coins like Stonks. Then this major coin here, there are two that's skyrocketed, right? So every 4 years we have this cycle. So anybody watching this video now, probably, except they already have one huge amount of money they've kept somewhere, right? Most of them, 80% of anybody listening to this voice note that wants to get into crypto, automatically they've missed the run. So far, you don't have any money right now to buy any dip or go massive, they've missed the run. So my advice to anybody right now is, if you know you won't be using this amount of money for X amount of years, right? Open a wallet. I recommend you use, if you are going for a centralized wallet, you should use Binance. If you are going for a centralized wallet, you should use Trust Wallet. But if you're using Trust Wallet, you need to make sure that you save your private key. Hold it so dear to yourself. If you lose it, your money is gone. Or you would use a Binance account, so that even if you lose your private keys, or you forgot your login, you'll be able to access it with the help with your password. Start stacking up USDT. Yes, it's like the dollar form of crypto. Start stacking up USDT. Stack up and stack up and stack up and stack up.
Is there any preferred chain for the USDT?
You can keep it on Binance blockchain. It's more safe. It's because of the fees.
Okay.
Maybe it takes just 10 naira to send coin out of Binance blockchain. So the fees is even if they want to send $1 million, it might just take you 10 naira. Right? So keep stacking up, keep saving. Because if the bear market comes, it always happens. You could see a coin. Let me use this popular one. Let me use Naira, because people might not know this dollar conversion to Naira. So let's say in 2021, Algo was $3. At then, dollar was 700, right? Or less than. Okay, let me even use one case that will have good figure. So Algo was 3,000 Naira, and during the bear market, Algo got to 100 Naira. So check 3,000 to 100. Now imagine you had saved $1 million Naira to buy it at 10, that's 100 Naira. And it goes back to 3,000. That's 30x. So your 1 million is 30 million.
Yeah.
But I didn't say you should go and buy. I am not advising anybody to just go and buy a random coin because it has gone down.
Yes, and this is not financial advice.
Yes, no, it's financial advice. There's the important tokens that will always come back the next bull run. Example, Solana. We saw Solana at $8 during the bear market. It went to 295 last 2 weeks.
Are you saying we are in the cycle now? Where are we in the cycle? Are we at the beginning of another bull run?
The bull run is coming to an end. That's the cycle. So if you've not gotten any dip back there, you can't get it now. There's nothing you will buy now that will be cheaper for you.
So right now the market is high.
It's high. It's saturated. Let me use that word. And it is skeptical. People are even scared to go all in now. Because to be very frank with you, the only thing that is delaying this sudden and sharp dump is the fact that we are still waiting for Trump's policy. Because the US affects, to be very frank, the US affects a lot in the crypto space. Powell, I think that's the SEC chairman, right? Powell can just come to a meeting and do hello, testing the microphone, and market can crash. He might just come and say, today I don't feel good, and market will crash. There's so much power in his voice. Ask any forex trader, he will tell you. That is why they will tell you that we are waiting for NFP, non-farm payroll. On Thursday, today is what, Friday, right? We had FOMC meeting. Was it Tuesday? We had FOMC meeting Tuesday. Market still went down. You understand? So
what's an FOMC?
That one, those are for forex.
Okay.
It's just.
But what do they do?
It's more like they come and talk about bonds, stocks, and
like what's happening.
Yeah, what's happening, right? And if it's affecting the economy and all of that. You know, US normally have that. I don't even know whether I don't know if there's anything in Nigeria that we know. We just wake up one day and see news on Instablog. So there's no organized website for us to go and know what's happening to our economy. But in the US, there's an organized website. You can even stream it. You can even stream the meeting. So the US participates, or they are responsible for 80% of what happens in the market. So based on Trump's policy and whatever we're expecting from Trump, because one of Trump's manifestos was that he's going to embrace Bitcoin. And since he has been elected since 20th of January, right, down to this moment, we are still waiting for that.
Yeah, the embracing.
Yeah. So that's why we are still here. So if Trump come and say he's not embracing anything again, we are going back to a serious beer. When people are losing money because a lot of people lost a lot. You see that Trump coin?
Yeah.
People made money, people lost money.
How exactly did they make money on Trump? How did you make, because we were talking off camera that did you bought it earlier?
I remember on the Saturday, right? On Saturday, first of all I saw the coin at $0.69.
Okay.
Because my most used apps, WhatsApp, Twitter. I just go to Instagram to check country news, politics, whatever is happening. But when it's time for me to look for money, right? Like hustle, I go to Twitter to check what's happening. So I saw the coin at 0.69. It was being shielded by crypto beasts.
Okay.
Influencers, right? Influencers are people that influence the token. Somebody can just take your, like let's use Mars between the head knot.
Yeah.
Right? He can take your story from
0 to 100.
Yes, you understand. Even this lucky will do. You understand? So crypto beast is an influencer, right? In fact, even today too, he shielded a token and I made double my money off. While I was on transit today, I gambled with $8 and I checked after like few hours. I saw 16. So I saw 30. I just gambled because I was traveling because of network. I didn't want to just put much, right? I just like, okay, I'm willing to risk $8. So in case he wants to go, he should. I checked after some hour when I was at the toll gates, when it was network. I checked and I was seeing 30. So the influencer, so crypto beast shield that coin at 0.69. I didn't want to buy. Right? I didn't want to buy and I just forgot about it. No. Don't think. And I don't think I want to buy this stuff. It now went to $17. I was like, oh my God.
From 0.69. What was the time frame?
The time frame? It's not up to 24 hours.
So the same day.
I've missed this thing. I've missed it. You know this pain of you start getting frustrated. I missed it. Okay. And I remember then, and I went to my neighbor's house. We were playing Ludo. I think we're following up with, because it was the next day that was with Trump's inauguration, 20th. So that was 19th. 19th was on Sunday. Okay. So I was watching the stuff and the whole process that leads to the inauguration. Because as an active trader, you are into the space. You need to follow up with news, US and the news. Tomorrow you heard that a container carrying 2 million gold bars collapsed into the sea and crashed and fell. The gold market is going to crash. But it's an opportunity for you to short the market. You make bastard money off that. Do you understand? So news too affects markets volatility. So I saw the coin and I was just seeing it. Then I now saw on the news headline, Trump launched his token. I was like, Trump launched token. Is this not the token that I just saw now? Yeah. I quickly went to Trump official Twitter page and I saw that he posted the coin on his Twitter. He posted. I know. If you check Trump's that's
his own verification is different.
Yes, different. That's why you know that it's an authenticated account. Like he posted, wow, that's lovely. Before I go and buy, he went to 34. I saw something at 0.69. He went to 34. I was like, fuck it, man. I ended at 34. Then and I think I went to the salon to get my hair cut and all of that. And I checked my wallet. I was seeing 70. From 34, it has gone back to 82. I was like, okay, I'm dead. I'm losing money. But I have to comport myself because that's not the first time I'm losing. In fact, I've lost hugely. Just the fact that because I don't think I have any other side hustle, a job to, because what crypto gives you, very frank, it's different from doing a menial job or something. Do you understand? I was like, okay, we die here. So I left it. Like, if my money wants to go, it should go. This is not the first time I'm losing money, right? And I went to sleep. So I woke up the next morning and I saw the coin at 43. So it has bounced back from 27 to 43. I'm sorry I'm going to say this, but I don't know. I'll send this video to my friend too because I advised my friend to buy this stuff. When I went at 35, he had mad capital back then, right? So I told him to enter at 20. I was assuring if anything happens, I would.
That's not even trading. That's like.
So I was giving him this guarantee he was going to do well. So I told him enter at 27. He's going to do well. He didn't have 27. So just the next when he went to 43, to him he decided to FOMO. FOMO simply means fear of missing out. He now entered at 23. And I did 35 and then it was 43. I wanted to sell because I was seeing profit. Then I now saw a notification that Binance will be listing the coin. Binance is the biggest exchange in the world currently. It has large volume. And once Binance said they want to list the coin, it was on Sunday that Binance we're going to list that coin on Sunday by 9 a.m. So when they said the coin at 9 a.m., we went to 72.
From 42.
From 0.69.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about where your guy bought it from.
No, see, from where he didn't buy at 27. He later bought at 43.
He bought at 43. He bought at 27.
I bought at 35. At 35 I went up to 27 and I asked him to buy. So he now went to 72. So my money now doubled.
Yeah.
So him that bought at 43, that sold at 72, I'll be 71. He was able to get 60% of his money. Do you understand? So that was how we made
some money.
We made money during that period. And that was called my trading capital or my profits. But that was how we made money. Then I have this I was there during the bull run and I lost a lot of money. In fact, I lost. So this I came back to this particular run, more experience, more cautious, more smart. So when I made that money, I logged out of everything. Twitter. In fact, I went to change that DSTV. Let's put football. Do you understand? I went and bought full goat. That day, I withdrew my profit, like small. I bought full goat. We bought drinks and we're chilling. And I called my friend that has made money that he should leave he should log out and come. Let's celebrate. He went and entered the game. So he entered making that money. He entered back at 71. Now that coin is $16. So that, in fact, he took his capital plus the profit he has made. He took everything back inside. He has lost like 60% of the money. He lost 60% of the money. I'm talking to you right now.
So you have to watch your greed too.
So you have to watch your greed. So it's not about like I heard one rich man saying that he's not even making the money that is the issue. It's maintaining wealth that is the issue. How relevant will you be in 20 years or in 10 years? Do you understand? As far as 2019 is concerned, have been relevant till now. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I've been relevant till now in the space. Do you understand? I always keep acquiring more skills. Like currently, I'm almost in the next 1 month I should be done with my cybersecurity class. My courses. Most of my courses are online. I've not been to a physical school to go and learn. I just stay. I make money off this, buy a course.
Where do you buy your courses?
Udemy or once I look at this person and I see that okay, this guy speaks well, I should be able to grab one or two of that. Even if I have an idea of what is it, I will just buy his course. The cybersecurity course, I think I bought that course 300k. So imagine spending to attain more knowledge. And most of this time, I just buy the course for the benefit of knowing it, keeping myself busy.
Yeah, and
informed. So whenever I think I'm ready, I'm not okay. This is where I want to focus. I want to just narrow down my niche. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So people that want to get into this space, they should start by saving their money because I feel right now is we are in the middle of, let's say we are uncertain if we're actually in for the bull run or we're having a bear market ahead of us. We are waiting for, because Trump just came on board. It's not so a month, right? So let's wait for his policy. If his policy is good enough, we will still have the bear market, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Let's say November. So you still have some little time to spread money. But if that run is not coming anytime soon, save your money, keep it in USDT, wait to get an asset at the, how they say, bottomless bottom.
Yeah.
There's something like they say, what is damn actually still good. You understand? So you catch it at the bottom.
At the barest minimum.
Yes. Then maybe leave it for a year. So that was $8 in August 2023. Do you understand? In March, it went to 250. So check August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. You just had to wait for 7 months from 8 to 250. Is that not like 8 to 50? Is that not 30x?
It's almost, 30. It's more than 20.
So you have put your 31 million, it's 30 million. So sometimes having capital too matters. So it's just somebody telling you that he's saving $1. Maybe he wants to use 50K to start crypto. But sometimes too, catching the right play might, like I told you back in days, $5 can give you 700, but those opportunities are very rare. Because right now there are good infrastructures now. That's what I'm saying. Like I think we'll not use good amount of percentage on blockchain, because back then there were rarely sniper tools. There were no robots. You have to go and buy manually. But now, I can be sleeping and I'll program my wallet that once this coin launch, even if I have network or not, remove $100 from my wallet and buy this coin. And in 2 seconds, it will buy it. Right? And in 2 seconds, it's going to buy. So back then, we had little infrastructure. So it was like fastest fingers.
Yeah.
But right now, a lazy man will make money more than
you
because he has a boat that does everything for him. So now you need to have money, a lot of money, to be able to like get into this space. And yeah, of course, participate in airdrops so you can. God will help you. Let me use that word because it's very difficult. But yeah, if you are serious, most times if you can play greed in airdrops, you can actually be greedy, right? There's no harm in being greedy.
Yeah, it's just to do as much as you can.
Do as much. You can. Somebody's using one wallet to do airdrop. Maybe somebody else is using 100 wallets. People are jobless though. They just need. There are some countries that internet is very cheap. Somebody will just have like 100 phones or 100 accounts, and that's it.
So we have one final question.
Okay.
The answer, you write it down. You will not say it on the podcast. It's on that page. And the question is, what is the single biggest advice you've ever received or that you can give somebody? It's nice having you on the podcast.
It's a pleasure.
We hope to see you next time and more meetings. Thank you.
Thank you.